there's a movie called Late Night with the Devil that it's not a good sign that the first I have heard of this movie is from a rather unfortunate story about it. Late Night with the Devil directors explain using AI art in the film, say they experimented with 3 images only. Before I get into what Variety has to say and what they have to say about it, there is a film called Late Night with the Devil, which is kind of like a found footage horror film about a 1970s talk show host who decides to interview a demon-possessed girl. That's the vibe that I'm getting from the trailer. I looked at the trailer. It looks pretty cool. It looks like an interesting idea. I think I'm probably going to review it next week. But people pointed out Late Night with the Devil seemingly uses AI-generated art for certain cutaway transitions in the film. And here we can take a look at that art. You can tell it's AI art because look at the hand. The hands are weird. Also, like, it's a jack-o'-lantern, but it's also like bone-colored. Even though there is orange in the artwork here, they still have this as like a skull jack-o'-lantern. So the leg is weird. The hands are weird. They used AI art for this movie. And apparently it's literally just for 3 like interstitials, 3 little bits between, like after these messages, we'll be right back. Something like that. I get that horror movies have a low budget, but if you're just making 3 images, you can hire an actual artist to draw those things. If you're trying to present an authentic experience of a 1970s found footage thing, then you should probably hire an artist to draw something in that style rather than using AI art that immediately is recognizable as AI art that immediately takes you out of it. I have been on record on this channel. I have said before that you don't hate AI, you hate capitalism. And a big part of that is that I don't like the fact that AI is stealing people's jobs. I know some people go harder on the AI art itself, that the unethical ways in which it's generated, and I'm on board there. But I am not of the opinion that there is never an opportunity for us to use generative AI in certain circumstances. For instance, I defended the Secret Invasion opening the titles, the AI generated ones, because they were directly going for that style. They were going for because the show is about, anybody could be a Skrull. You don't know who's human or not. And the idea of using the AI art has everything shifting and changing, and you're like, well, this wasn't even made by a human, and that's kind of the point. And even then, it's very clear that they didn't just stick an AI prompt and then just run with it. They very clearly had actual artistic intent and 3D modeling and everything going into that they kind of ran a last AI pass filter over, right? They were deliberately cultivating that style, and you can criticize that style and not like that style, and I think that's legitimate, but it wasn't like they were doing it with no actual artistic merit intent involved. Here, they just took an artist's job away from them. They just put it in a prompt, I don't know, hired an artist to clean it up maybe, but it should have been drawn. So, let's see what they have to say for themselves. Because again, I've seen the trailer. It looks like a good movie. I don't know why they would do this. After some horror fans took to Twitter to express disappointment that the upcoming IFC Films feature Late Night with the Devil includes AI-generated art, the directors have clarified how the technology was used. Cameron and Colin Cairns, the Australian siblings who wrote and directed the film, released a statement to Variety clarifying the scope of AI art in the film. The statement reads, "In conjunction with our amazing graphics and production design team, all of whom worked tirelessly to give this film the 70s aesthetic we had always imagined, we experimented with AI for 3 still images which we edited further and ultimately appear as very brief interstitials in the film. We feel incredibly fortunate to have had such a talented and passionate cast, crew, and producing team go above and beyond to help bring this film to life. We can't wait for everyone to see it for themselves this weekend. Front loading with, yes, we have a graphics and production design team making, like, no, we have artists, we have actual artists here. We just also decided to experiment with AI for 3 still images. No, cut them out. They're interstitials, so they're barely in the movie. Just hire an artist to draw something similar to what you were going for and replace those. Yeah, we must support real art and creatives. Again, like I said, there are circumstances where I can see merit to using an AI art style, like in Secret Invasion. Even if I didn't particularly like it, I can understand what they were going for. And so long as like jobs aren't being taken, that's a different thing. But here, when you're setting something in the 70s style, like AI art has an AI art style to it that very clearly they didn't get away with because we could all tell it was AI art. So just redraw them with actual artists. Imperator says, hey, Gafish and Chat. Also, yeah, Hollywood will do anything to cut costs and keep the millions rolling in. Well, it's 3 still images. How much could it cost to draw those things? You've already got a graphics and production design team on staff. You could have those all redrawn, and ready to go for an updated video file in like a couple days. And sure, that means you have to, get hire people on for a couple more days, but you could have avoided all that by not using the AI art in the first place. Like, it's 3 interstitials, Michael. How much could it cost? $10? Luxander says it really just shows a disdain for every single person who makes the industry what it is. It's laziness, and it's some tech bro on staff who was just like, oh, I'm gonna try this, and like, why? It doesn't even look that great. It's got kind of a kitschy 70s vibe to it, but you could get an artist to do that for you. Like, I saw somebody redraw it on Twitter. Actually, is that here? I think it might even be in the replies. Yeah, here. I went to Summer Rae, that has 27k followers. So, all right, they're a person. I went ahead and recreated it. This could have been a dream job for an artist like me. And yeah, look at that. That's got the same style, same pose of the skeleton even. It doesn't have as many of the little bits and bobs down there. You could add more noise if you wanted to and give it that like 70s like film or videotape aesthetic. Like, this looks like degraded videotape quality, right? So you could do a little bit more cleaning up, but like, this is a literal drawing by a human being. Literally, just hire her, pay her for this thing, clean it up a little bit so that it fits a little bit more with that, the grainy videotape aesthetic that they're going for. Pay her, and then, hey, you fixed it. No more AI in the movie. I know. I saw people who were canceling their tickets over this. Ironically, this is actually making me more interested in reviewing the movie because of it. So, like, I'm probably going to review this next week. And I'm definitely going to give it negative marks for its use of AI art. But the trailer looks good. I'm interested in this. And I don't think that talented creatives like the director, or the directors, Cameron and Colin Cairns, I don't think they should sully their work with this kind of AI crap. Luna Rose says, how they found out it was AI? Did they run it through software? You literally just look at it. All you have to do is look at the hands. There are certain pretty obvious markers. Look at the leg. There are bizarre mistakes. What's going on here? Like, there's a jack-o'-lantern face in a pumpkin, but what is this, like, ridge here? Like, this is a white face, which implies it's a skull, but it's inside of a pumpkin, but then here is just a pumpkin that's also white. Luxander says, do you think there's any chance they used AI art as a deliberate ploy for outrage marketing? That is a good question. And if they did, it worked. Because here I am talking about it, and I'm going to review this film. I hadn't heard of it before this happened. That is a very insidious point. Cameron and Colin Cairns, y'all know better. Just because it's Australia doesn't mean you're hanging upside down and getting too much blood flow to your brain. You know better. I hope your movie's good, honestly. I hope I enjoy it. Still gonna give you negative marks for the use of AI. Hey, thanks for watching. Your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like and subscribe and ring the bell. And drop a comment below telling me what you thought of the video. I stream Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific, so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons with a very special shout out to my Whale Shark tier patrons Ryan D and James Knight, and my Anemone Friend tier patron Piftle Cakes. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.